All right, guys, we got a good show for you today. We have Sean, Tommy, and Avery, all part of Lafayette swim team, class of 2025. Thanks for coming on, boys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. All right.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you guys about obviously all committed to Lafayette. Sean, you can go first and work your way around. What made you guys choose to go there for swimming?
Well, I live about probably half an hour to 45 minutes from Lafayette, so I really like the fact that it's pretty close to where I live and close to home. I can still see my family. Also, it's a pretty big school for people from my high school to go to, and every friend I've ever had that's went there all say they love it. So I felt that it was just an easy pick.
Yeah, for sure. That's like us with Ohio State here. I bet 99% of the kids go to Ohio State. But okay, so Avery, what made that school the right fit for you?
So I was almost kind of the opposite. So I'm from Michigan, and I kind of wanted to get away a little bit. I wanted to be out of my comfort zone a little bit, just area wise. I think it's good to be able to move away from your home every once in a while and kind of set something up new somewhere else. And I love Coach Daly. He's a great guy, and talking to some of the guys on the team, it just seemed like the right fit. So
yeah, big question. Same thing I wanted to weave. That's why I did. Are you a Michigan fan?
Well, okay, so my dad is, but I'm actually a State fan.
Okay.
But I obviously the whole rivalry. It's
okay. So listen, the State, I can deal with it. I'm okay with the State. I'm friends with a couple football players on the team. Get the team up north. I'm not even going to say their name. We would have had to have a little bit of a talk, but we're cool with that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Tommy, so what made Lafayette the school for you?
So kind of the same thing with Sean. Lafayette's about like an hour away from my house, so the distance just made it so my family can come to my swim meets. It's not far from my house. It's just convenient. I also really I love the swim team. The recruits, great guys. I love meeting the people on the team now. Also, Lafayette has a great engineering program, and that's one I'm majoring in. So I was interested in that, and the combination of all of those just really made it to school for me.
Yeah, for sure. I was talking, the whole class everyone's really nice. I've met most of them. It's really cool. Just like us right now, we're sitting down talking. Really haven't met before, but it's cool. Okay, so with your guys' schedule, how is that going to work for you guys in college? And is Lehigh the big rivalry for you guys? And what's your expectation for next year for the team? Whoever wants to take it can.
I'll go. Lehigh is the big rival for Lafayette for swimming. It's a pretty competitive meet as I've heard. It's probably you really rushed for that meet and everything, and it's really competitive. Everyone puts on their tech suits and everything and really tries to go fast in that meet. I'm really excited for that meet. And yeah, that's the Lehigh Lafayette meet. And the expectations, I'm really excited for next year. I'm just excited to get the real college level training. My high school training is not really, it's good, but it could be a lot better. And I'm really excited to get that level of training.
Yeah. You guys, Avery, Sean, you guys have anything to add on that?
I mean, yeah, I totally agree. I'm kind of excited to, feel that college level training. And, I think our class is going to really come in and help the swim team, help us out. In conference, I think we might be able to jump up a few spots in rankings. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right, Sean, you have anything?
From what our head coach just told us, I think right now Lafayette's running. They have 4 separate practice squads. So with swimming right now, you can only have about 24 people in the pool at one time in a 6-lane pool. So they had to split the team into 3 or 4 groups, but they're running hour-and-a-half practices, I think 5 days a week, I want to say. Mm-hmm. But normally it would be 2-hour practices twice a day, but you could pick which one to go to.
All right. Yeah. I did want to ask, how big is your guys' freshman class? Is it a big class, or is it just like you guys, really. I haven't talked to a lot of the swimmer guys yet.
You're looking at like half of them.
Really? So we have 6.
Yeah.
yeah, there's like 6, but there's like 12 bajillion girls.
Yeah, there's a lot of girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to a few of them. We're getting to work on something, getting them on pretty soon. Okay, I want to transition to our next thing. I know Sean's in, Avery's gonna get in. Tommy, are you in the bracket challenge yet?
I don't think I joined yet, but I definitely will.
Okay, so we have I think we have 100. We're gonna have 100 at least. All the
wow.
all the ESPN fan people you see are guests on the show. We just didn't want to say who they were because some of them are in the March Madness tournament, and we didn't want to make that. So going into it, who do you guys think is gonna win? Final 4 predictions. Got any big upset? Anything you don't like that?
Well,
I think it's gonna be Gonzaga. Realistically speaking, I think it can only be Gonzaga unless they have like a bad game.
My problem with that is for Gonzaga, I think like they just don't play as good a competition. I really think like Illinois or Michigan or even a sleeper Ohio State could. I think they're just the competition they play on a day-to-day out basis. So it's gonna bring them in for me. I don't know.
yeah, I gotta say, I'm wearing the hat right now. Rock chalk, baby,
Yeah.
all the way. Jayhawks. Last year I think we definitely, if there was a tournament, I think definitely would have won it.
Yeah.
And this year we're definitely weaker without Devin Dotson and Doak as a Buki.
Yeah.
But we got some last year's defensive player of the year, Marcus Garrett, and he's been playing lights out. So I think we got a real good shot if we stay healthy. And I think the only other team that's really in our way would be Illinois. I think they're really hot right now. So
Yeah. Look at the bracket for them. They play Eastern Washington, and they got a nice draw because then they win. They got to play like USC. I know they have Mobley, but Pac-12 is pretty weak. So they have a pretty good shot to the Sweet 16, and they got Iowa, which is obviously a tough matchup, but they definitely got a nice draw. Tommy, you got anything on?
Not really a big basketball guy, but I do think Gonzaga is gonna win. They're the best team. They're the number 1 seed, and I don't know. I just see them winning.
Yeah, I just think that's the safe bet because if you say it, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, you were wrong." I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what everyone is telling me. I've looked at it. I truly think that there will be 3 Big Ten teams in the Final 4. I think Ohio State will make it. I think Illinois will make it, and I do think Michigan will make it. I don't know. I'm feeling it this year. I feel like it's a strong thing.
The Big Ten is pretty strong in the brackets this year.
We have
there's 3 teams.
9 top 25 this year. I mean, it's crazy. Avery, I was interested. You're a Michigan State guy. They got in. They have the first 4 game. What are you thinking about? Do you think they can win the first 4, maybe make a little run?
Honestly, I was surprised they actually made it in. I think it was something like 4 top 25 wins they had in the last few weeks of the season. I think that definitely propelled them in. I think definitely the win over Michigan that propelled them in.
And Ohio State.
Yeah, and I think if they do end up beating, I believe they play US or UCLA, and then if they do end up beating UCLA, I believe they play USC or no, sorry, BYU. I think they can easily beat BYU.
Yeah,
it's the challenge of then probably Texas, and that's kind of decide their fate in the tournament.
Like I said, I think they got a nice draw. I mean, BYU got a bump up because they almost beat Gonzaga. I mean, it was close. UCLA, not really a great team. There was probably 4 or 5 teams that people thought should have got over them, like Michigan State. But I think Michigan State can make a little run. They're playing hot, so I was wanting to talk to you about that. Okay. I'm going to do 2 would you rathers. We're going to start off. Who would you rather have? Would you have Jalen Suggs or Cade Cunningham?
I think I'd go with Cade Cunningham, but I'm not big into college basketball, but I mean I know that name and I don't know the other name. So
Yeah. Avery, who you got?
I honestly think this is a tough one. Jalen Suggs, I think it's a lot more athletic than Cade Cunningham, but just the pure scoring ability from Cade Cunningham, I think you gotta go with him. But I definitely props to Jalen Suggs. I think he's definitely proved that he's one of probably the second best player in the draft, like this 2021 draft class.
Yeah. Tommy, this is the last one for basketball. Who you liking anyone?
I want to be completely honest here and say I don't know who these guys are.
All right. We're working with it. We're working with it as we go. I respect that. All right. We're gonna finish with 3 would you rathers. Okay. Would you rather never be able to use social media again or never be able to watch a movie or TV show?
I can go first. I use social media a lot. But I watch a lot of YouTube. That's like kind of like my TV. And so I feel like I would probably stick with the social media because I like watching YouTube and stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of a tough question because I like watching movies and stuff too. But
yeah, you guys can keep going. I'm grabbing my charger. I'm at 4%. Gotta save the video. Yeah, listen. We got it.
Save the podcast.
I just don't want to tweet. So I was like, okay, Avery, who do you have?
I don't know. I think I'm a pretty big movie guy, and social media is fine now, but I could probably live without it. So I'd probably go with get rid of social media.
Okay, Sean, who do you have?
I'd probably go with keeping social media. I don't watch a ton of TV at all, or movies, to be completely honest. But I'm like Tommy. I'm a big YouTube guy, so
Yes, sir.
I mean, spend a lot of my time doing that.
You can't get this on ESPN, boys. You can't get this. I'm telling you. Okay. Next one. Would you rather always be surrounded by annoying people, but be alone for the rest of your life?
Oh my god.
This is a tough one, man.
I would probably be around annoying people. Being alone is just horrible. Like it like mentally scars you. So I don't know. I mean, being around the annoying people would suck, but I feel like you would probably get used to it.
Yeah. All right, Avery, who we have?
Yeah, I have to agree with that, Tommy. I mean, like, I don't know, being alone, like nobody around you, that just kind of sucks. I mean, they got to get less annoying over time, I feel like. So.
All right. Sean, what do you think?
Probably have to go with being around annoying people as well.
All right.
For the same reasons.
Yeah. Okay. So this next one, would you rather die in 50 years with many regrets or die in 20 years with no regrets?
I would say 20 years without any regrets. I feel like dying without regrets is like a nice, satisfying life. Like I did a lot of the things I wanted to do, and I didn't really have any regrets. I mean, you do die in 20 years, and you probably still would have a lot of life to live. But I feel like I wouldn't want to die with any regrets.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I would do the same thing. I would die with no regrets. My friend, he always says this. He says, it's funny. He said, if I do a stunt and I die, he said I die, and I'm like, that's fair enough. He said if I fall off the Empire State Building doing something, he said I fall off. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, Avery, who do you have?
I guess I feel like it kind of depends if you're gonna die in 20 years or if you're gonna die in 50 years.
You don't know.
You don't know. Okay, then probably 20 years because if you know, like then you could try to cheese the system, but like if you don't know, then go with no regrets.
Okay, Sean.
I'd actually have to go with 50 years with regrets.
That's fair.
I would like to raise a family, and what would that be, like 68? I think I'd be able to do that by the time I'm 68, and I think I could live with my regrets as long as I could have a family.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Hope by 60, I think we would have a family. We would hope so. We would hope. Okay. We have one more I want to ask. Okay, would you rather be able to fly anywhere you want for a day or be completely invisible? I'd go invisibility, man. I feel like I could fly anytime. And being invisible would be sick. I'd be like, yo, I'm here, but I'm not.
It is like the question is though, is like if I have clothes on, are the clothes invisible?
Yes, everything is invisible in this.
Everything. All right. So I would probably fly then. I don't know. Being able to fly anywhere is pretty sick. So I would probably do that.
Dude, I just prank people all day. I'd be like, go on their back. I'd just be like messing with people, making them. That's what I want to do. I just want to prank people all day long. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's a lot more things you could do with invisibility, but flying somewhere could be cool too. That's another good toss up, I guess.
All right, Sean, you
Well,
had
are you stuck like being invisible, or like can you
No,
like
it's
turn
just
it off? Oh, okay. Definitely visibility then, because I mean, scaring people would be fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you aren't giving the old lady carrying some milk a scare every once in a while, or are we doing it right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming on. Goal is when we get to campus, like I said, talk to the boys, is we're gonna make a goal studio, get people on, have some fun, just mess around, see how it goes. But this is more like introduction, so I really appreciate you guys coming on. It means a lot.
Thanks for
Oh,
having
yeah,
us.
thanks.
Yeah. Thanks you.